Hello students, this video today is about use of throw and throws in exception handling and how to raise your own exception. So we'll start with simply the use of throw and throws keywords, and then we will move ahead with raising our own exception. In case of throw, this keyword is used to basically explicitly raise an exception. Sometimes it happens that you have to raise a particular exception, and that is not already available, right? Such as in case you are having some input like age, which can never be say negative, right? In such cases you have to explicitly raise an exception, right? So we can raise such exceptions by using the keyword throw. So in this program I'll just tell you how to do this. I'll just make a class exception demo and use my main method over here, public static void main, so that I can write whatever my program code is. String s will be my command line argument over here. Now I will just take one input. I'll just declare it over here. Let it be int age is equal to -5. Since we all know that age can never be negative, so I will now check if my age variable is having some negative value. If age is less than 0, if it is less than 0, that simply means it is negative. Then what we have to do, we have to raise an exception. Now we have to raise an exception, that simply means we can use the keyword throw. Now one thing that is important over here is throw keyword can be used with an object. Throw keyword can throw an exception object. So there are two methods: either you can create an object of any exception class, or you can just simply put some object over here. If I have to put an object over here, what will I do? I will create an object like this: exception e is equal to new exception, and then the constructor, right? So now what I can write over here is simply throw e, right? If this is the case, if age is less than 0, then throw e. Now if I'm throwing an error, that must be caught inside some try block. So since I'm raising an exception, I have to keep it inside try block, right? So here I have completed my try block, and just after my try block I have to give my catch block, exception e. Now from here I can throw an error, and this error will be thrown inside this catch block, and catch block will catch this error and simply process the handler. In my handler I'm just printing the details of my error. I'll just write it over here like this. Okay, so what is happening, if age is negative, I am throwing an object e over here. I'll just save this program by the name exception demo. Let me do this, or I'm actually having this same name, so I'll do this exception demo, save as, and just save this program with the extension .java. Okay, and now you are good to compile your program. Let's just check if I can have my command prompt. Okay, I have saved my program inside which drive, let me just check. I think I have saved it inside D drive. Yes, inside D drive I'm having a folder named Java. So I will switch the drive, and I am switching the folder. Now I am just compiling my exception demo .java. Let us see if it compiles fine. Okay, it is telling me that variable has already been used, तो मैंने एक ही variable दो बार use कर दिया है. Okay, fine, I will just use ex over here. Out of habit I have done this, no problem. I will change the name. Okay, now it is compiling fine. I can run my program by just using Java keyword. So here you can see java.lang.exception has been raised, right? So to raise an exception explicitly, I have done this. Now this is not the case that I want to do. I have to create my own exception which will tell me this exception is a negative age exception. So in order to create your own exception, I'll just change this program a bit and tell you how to create your own exception. Every class inherits its properties from its parent class. So in order to create your own exception, you have to create a subclass of your exception class, right? So I will create a class negative extends exception. So my negative class is now an exception class in its own, right? So now what will I do? I can provide any number of instance variables and instance methods over here. I will just simply put one message over here. Now I have to give, since this is a class, I have to give a constructor of this class. I will just give the constructor, and inside this constructor I'll just initialize my message, and this message should be message is equal to whatever you want to write inside double quotes. This can be blank or this can be any message. Since we are talking about age, so I'll just put a message age entered is negative. Now it will be more descriptive, right? Why it will be more descriptive? Because previously it was just showing me that an exception has occurred. What exception has occurred? It was not specifying that, right? So I have given some message over here. Now what I can do over here is, now I can simply put my system.out.println just to tell what is happening over here. अब मैसेज तो हमने सेट कर दिया. Now I will just print this message over here, and this will be message, right? So as soon as this negative exception occurs, it will show me that this error has been occurring, right? Now what will I do? Instead of throwing an exception of type E, now I will throw an exception of type negative. This was the first method which we used for raising an exception, where we have created an object of type exception. Another method that you can use is just use new keyword with the name of your exception over here and call its constructor. This will also work. Okay, so now let us just check what will our program look like. Okay, it is compiling fine. Now I'll run this. Now you can see there is the error message is here, age entered is negative, and below that you can see negative name of my exception has been given. Okay, so this is how you can create your own exception. Now if you want to just know which type of exception has been raised, then you can always use stack trace. What is this stack trace? I'll just tell you. In place of catch exception ex, you can always use throwable object over here. You can use throwable ex, and in place of system.out.println, you can use simply just a second, you can use ex dot print stack trace. This method will give you the details of where exception has occurred and what type of exception it is, right? Let us just compile it. Yes, it is compiling fine, and now you can see negative exception at Java line number 17. So if you want to just check at which line your exception has occurred, you can always use print stack trace method. I hope this is clear to you all. Thank you.